Hi, I'm Jerry West, and you're watching the Sports.
Welcome back. The Torrance and North boys soccer teams met up for a mid-season showdown. Sure, there were goals scored, but it's all about the goalies in this game. David Gascon takes us through it.
Torrance hosted North in a critical Pioneer League showdown. Not only was this important in terms of standings, Torrance was looking to right the ship against their bitter crosstown rival. North has dominated this matchup, winning 4 straight by a combined score of 12-2. So not only were the Tartars looking to win, they were looking to stop the bleeding against a Saxons team that has had their number in recent years. This game was tight throughout. North had some great opportunities to score from start to finish. Torrance, they had their chances as well. After a North foul here, Torrance was awarded a free kick just outside the penalty box area. But goalkeeper James Lasardi was bailed out here by his old pal at the crossbar. Moments later, Lasardi did his own dirty work as he makes a beautiful reaction save right here to keep the game scoreless heading into half. So as the sun was setting on the day, the heat was rising as Torrance drew first blood. Spencer Kovacs appears to partially found the shot, but he has it redirected off of a Saxons defender in the 64th minute to give the Tartars a 1-0 lead. But in the 72nd minute, the Saxons found the equalizer. Brian Johnson shoots and scores off a pass from Roturo Adami to tie things up and send this game into overtime. If the Tartars had any hope of stopping this streak, their goalkeeper had to be at his best. Alec Pacheco of Torrance made some spectacular saves at all the right times. He was under duress the entire overtime period, but he stood tall as he finished the match with 9 saves, which included this challenge against Anthony Diaz, who just couldn't get it past him in the closing minutes of the overtime. Pacheco had some help from his goal post as well, but the Tartars and the Saxons failed to best each other as this game ended in a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, the intensity was great. Like, everybody was just playing hard. Everybody was focused in the game. Everybody had good touches.
I think the way our team plays is we play in spurts. Like, we'll play down to a team, we'll get all hyped, we'll play up for a good 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll go back right down to the same tempo. That's one of the things we need to work on.
Thanks, David, for the highlights. The draw for North and Torrance makes the Pioneer League race even tighter. Spencer Kovacs had the goal for Torrance, and keeper Alex Pacheco's 9 saves got to keep coming down the stretch, and North spreads the scoring responsibility around, and their midfield game is strengthening, but it might be up to James Lasardi and the rest of the defense for the postseason. We'll check out their records and standings a little bit later in the show. The Knights are looking to repeat a late season push to the playoffs. You got to be in the top 3 to make the playoffs in the Del Rey League, so they can't just ride the coattails from 4th place. Patrick Alog has their journey against St. Paul.
The last time we saw the Knights, they were struggling and winless, but now they're 2-2 in Del Rey League play and looking towards the possible playoffs. Let's see how they did against the Swordsmen of St. Paul. Early first half, Salvador Valdivinos with a nice cross to Ian Pies, but he misses the header, but he'll have more opportunities later in the game. George Bakawati on the corner kick flicks it to Mark Garrick, who has a nice cross to Ian Pies, and this time he converts on the goal. It's 1-0 Bishop Montgomery early on. Nice pass from the Knights over to Salvador Valdivinos with a shot on goal, but it's saved easily by Brandon Cardenas. St. Paul with an opportunity here on a defensive miscue by Jonathan Kim. However, he's saved by his goalkeeper Bryce Lomas. George Bakawati now again on another corner kick across over to Adam Balderas with a header and the goal. Bishop Montgomery is now up 2-0. St. Paul's Cesar Garcia has it with a rocket of a shot over Bryce Lomas. It's a goal. It's 2-1 Knights. But Jonathan Kim gets a penalty kick goal. It's 3-1 Knights, and that was the score at halftime. Second half corner kick over to Ian Pies with a rocket of a header, and it's 4-1 Knights, and that was the final score of the game.
You know, good win. We played really well together, and just good finishing. We finished our chances, and just all around good game for us.
Ian Pies talked about playing against a team they beat earlier this season, 4-0.
We came out more fired up, just knowing that, like, when you play weaker teams, tougher teams tend to go down to their level. So I think we came fired up.
Junior Jonathan Kim talked about the team's slow start and now their possibility towards the playoffs.
We started off pretty bad, got a couple of losses, like not enough wins, but I mean, we have to come out hard for these next couple of weeks to try to make it to those playoffs.
The journey towards the playoffs continues this week as they have games at Cathedral and versus LaSalle. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Patrick Alog.
Thanks, Patrick. The Knights win over St. Paul, brought 4 goals and a lot of expectations for that offense to continue with the remaining league games. Ian Paez shot 2 goals, and Adam Balderas, had 1 too. And Jonathan Kim, you know him as a place kicker for the football team, he scored 2. Bryce Lamas had an easy day, but he made 3 saves. Let's take a quick look at the Bay League matchup. Coach Mike Shimizu's squad brings a heavy senior roster, and his expectations are high for his team. Going into this game against Peninsula, the Warriors are in 3rd, and they need to stay there to keep a shot at CIF. Check out the action from the Fred Peterson Stadium. West wasn't just living on a prayer, they were living on firepower, and they need it for the postseason.
Right now we were sitting in 4th place, so this game was a big-time game, so it put us back in the playoff race.
It's early in the first half, and John Lee will win this ball, and Captain Justin Yapelli finishes it off with his left foot for the first goal for the Warriors. Peninsula might not have any Bay League wins, but they do have a potent offense that continually tries to break down the West's offense and goalkeeper Christian Ramon. Early into the second half off this corner, controls the ball enough and finds a way to get the ball in the goal past goalie Christian Ramon, and it is 1-1. The offense would continue their assault, but there were a lot of unlucky shots, making the game go into overtime, with Peninsula having a bit of the edge, keeping up with the team that has more star players and a better record. Stephen Ingraham opening the play for the Warriors on a cross to Daniel Colin, who controls and gets it past the goalie for the go-ahead score in overtime. Coach Mike Shimizu talks about his offensive strategy with the captain.
Our captain, we put him in the attack, and he got the job done, got the winning goal for us.
The Warriors have 11 seniors on the roster, and many have seen the postseason. They have a good offense, but their defense must play well if they want a balanced attack in the rest of league. They have to get past PV and Lusinger. Senior Daniel Colin explains more.
If playoffs is what the seniors want, which we really want to go far in playoffs, then we feel like we need to start winning the games that we should, and this is one of them.
Their league must finish like this game. A slow start, but with a strong finish, especially if they want to go deep in the playoffs. The Warriors' goals were scored by Justin Yapelli and Daniel Colin. Goalie Christian Ramon let a sneaky one in, but managed 5 saves in this game. The Warriors weren't happy with that goal that Peninsula made, and they're looking to seal out their defense going forward. Take a look at the Bay League standings. We see that PV is the team to beat. I mean, check out that overall record of 18-2-3. PV and Lusinger split the difference, beating one another. West is in 3rd place, but Redondo isn't too far behind, and usually it's only the top 3 teams that make it out to CIF. Costa and Penn run at the bottom. In the Pioneer League Prep Boys standing, South is on top with a 3-0-2 record. The Spartans tied with North and Lawndale, who are chomping at the bit for first. Torrance needs to win the remaining games to garner a playoff spot, but they have South and Lawndale and North. And El Segundo and Centennial don't really have a chance for the playoffs. Bishop Montgomery's late season rush to the postseason the last few years has been successful. They're 3rd place standing in the Del Rey League. They have games against Cathedral and LaSalle. It's a chance to see if the level of competition in the postseason, if they can keep up with it. They've got to make it there first. Let's take a quick look at the Bay League standings for the girls. Miracosta is the one with the better overall record at 18-2, but Peninsula is a close second. The gap widens at the 3 and 4 spots, with West struggling in the next to last place for the 4 games they've left. They are must-wins to see CIF play. Perhaps the closest race for our first place finish is in the Girls Pioneer League race, just like last year. In Division 4, the Lady Spartans are ranked 3rd, and the Lady Tartars are ranked 5th. It's pretty indicative over their overall records, and El Segundo and North are battling out for the 3rd place for a CIF seed. And the Lady Knights are looking forward to next season when they're going to have a better shot at the postseason. Right now, let's take a look at how you can let us know something we don't. Look at the number on your screen. Call us at 310-618-5762. You can email us at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can view all of our shows online. And don't forget, 2010 and 2011 are on YouTube. Next week, we are going to have the North versus Torrance wrestling match. So if you see us out there, give us a shout. That and a whole lot more. That's all we have time for today. So until next time, Torrance, play hard.